All right, Justin, it's one of my favorite topics. We touched on it a little bit, influencers in our conversation. And, sometimes they come in a minute, sometimes they come in over a lifetime. It depends. One of my first was my grandfather, who, long story
Yeah.
short, he used to take me for walks in the park. He had an accent. He was from Kyiv, and he talked to a lot of people. And one day I asked him, I said, Zed, how do you know all these people? And he said, well, one day I smiled at one. He came over and smiled at me. And then we started talking. And another person saw us, that we were enjoying each other and talking, and came over and smiled at us.
Mm.
And it was just hit me as a 5-year-old. It's that simple to influence somebody and to be influenced at the same time. And then I learned about it even more and more as I grew older. So we all have a lot of influencers. Can you share a little bit about influence and maybe 2 or 3 people that have been influential in your life?
Oh, there's endless. I like to look up the meaning of words or where they come from, because people say words all the time. They don't know
I
what
know,
they.
I don't.
So the word influencer, this is from etymology website. The word influencer finds reference in the English philosopher Henry Moore, who describes a figure of power in the religious sphere in his book A Modest Inquiry into the Mystery of Iniquity from 1664. Latin is influere, composed from within, and the verb fluere, to flow. So flow from within. That's interesting. To sprout or to flow. So that's an interesting. And then there's a religious context.
From within.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
good.
makes sense. It makes, yeah, from within. Um, and I used to think that my favorite pattern used to be right mindset attracts right network, creates right opportunities, but I was wrong. It's actually grateful heart. Grateful heart creates abundant mindset, creates exponential network, creates limitless opportunities. So from within is the heart. Courage, courageous means is from the word core, Latin word core, which means heart. So
Yeah.
from within. Certainly number one is my dad. 61 when I was born, World War II hero. He died when I was 13, so every day he would say the cream rises to the top, the cream rises to the top. I used to think that would be like getting to top of journalism world or creating a company, but what it really is raising level of consciousness to the highest level of possible. I guess that's the greatest level of influence you can have
Yep.
uh, if you raise your level of consciousness, which the highest level is enlightenment. So it makes sense that you ask that question. But I don't know if I have the drawing here in front of me, but I did a coaching tree of life drawing with like a tree and soil and oh yeah, here it is. So some other ones and like in the clouds with this were Euclid and Machiavelli and Plato, Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, and my dad. So none of those folks are alive anymore, but I like to learn from the ancient wisdom because all the answers are there. All the answers are there. You just kind of have to see them and look into it and really feel it, and then you can come up with your own patterns from that, which is what I really like to do.
No, that's beautiful. And we can learn on so many levels from the past. And
Yeah,
sometimes, unfortunately, we have short memories and we miss out on learning on from the
not
past.
me, not me. No, opposite. Long memory, like lifetimes long. Yeah,
You do bring it from within, so thank you for sharing that.
you're welcome.